Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and this is another Skyrim Bedtime story. This is just a quiet video meant to help you relax at the end of your day or get ready for bed. Nothing filled with action or excitement, just some quiet words and a walk through a beautiful Skyrim night. Two-handed Sleepbringer will walk us through Skyrim and remember a story from his past. Sleepbringer has traveled the length and breadth of Skyrim, has seen many things, yet after all this time, still wonders at the beauty of Skyrim, of Tamriel, that such a world could even be, to set foot upon ground, to hear the crunch of the snow, to feel the wind play about his body. This, then, is the gift of Skyrim. The first gift Sleepbringer found was given when entering Skyrim. It was a book. It was a book that told him how the Khajiit see the world. Now, Sleepbringer had met Khajiit from time to time and heard the stories told about their demeanor, how people spoke of them. But in his travels, Sleepbringer realized that the Khajiit weren't so easily placed. They weren't all the same. In fact, as he traveled more throughout the lands of Skyrim, he found that everyone was different. Khajiit, Argonian, Man, and Mer. No matter what their descent, each person was the captain of their own soul, created their own path, just as he had done coming to Skyrim. It was, in fact, a Khajiit who'd given him this book. She was very old and very tired, but very warm and very kind. She had the kindest eyes Sleepbringer had ever seen. When he stepped off the boat, she said, "You're new here, aren't you?" He said, "Yes. Yes, I am." "And you come to seek adventure?" she asked. She said. He realized she seemed to know. And he said, yes, I do. I have traveled some places, but they tell me the greatest adventures are to be found in Skyrim, in the land of snow and ice, of frost and freeze. It's true, she said. There is much adventure here. I myself came when I was very young. And I've stayed here all of this time, though in truth my bones have missed warm sands and warm sun. "Why then did you stay?" he asked her. "Is the adventure as great as they say?" "Oh, my child," she said. "No, no, it is not. It is greater than anyone had ever imagined." He looked at her with widening eyes. "How can this be so, Mother?" he said. "I've heard so many stories, so many, that I cannot even believe." "Believe, my child," she said to him. "Believe them all and more. For as many adventures as I have had, and as great as they all were, I see in your eyes. You will have more. Yours will be greater. You will be a legend."
Citizen, I'm warning you. Your presence is interfering with Imperial business. Be gone.
"You must pardon the Imperials," she said. "You know how they are. Intolerant. They don't always look so much for adventure. But perhaps it is only because they are not allowed." "Did you fight them?" Sleepbringer asked. "Did you take part in the war?" "No, my child. These Imperials and these Nords are quite capable of killing themselves. They do not need my help. Help them though if you wish, or don't. That is one more adventure you will face." "Why did you give me this book?" he asked. "Well, you see, this book tells how we see perhaps different things in history, in the sky, in the spirit, in the spirit's eye." "And why do you give it to me, Mother?" "Well, young Argonian, my adventure is near done, and the book is just paper unless someone reads the words. There is no joy in the book without a reader. And when I am gone, the book would be unread. Take it then. Let it be your companion on your journey. And as you have your adventures and rest for the night, remember me and read the stories." "I will, Mother, and I thank you." "Oh, that you take the book is thanks enough. Read well, my young one, and have great adventures." At that moment, Sleepbringer heard the Imperials marching again and looked behind him. When he looked back, the old Khajiit woman was gone. He looked left and right, forward and back, but she was just gone. He put the book in his bag and left the docks to start his life in Skyrim. Snow wreathed through the air, swinging left and right, forward and back, settling on the ground, blanketing the land. Snow was new for Sleepbringer, not a common experience in his past. But still, it was so beautiful, so light and gentle, like the smallest and most gentle fairy landing on his hand. He stopped at the local inn to look for work, but this was what every new visitor did, and the work was all taken. He left the little town that lived by the docks and stepped out into the world of Skyrim. The clouds were gray, but had a sheen almost like pearl. The snow was white, white like a newborn soul. The wind sang through the trees, its heart breaking, speaking of love and loss, of war and peace, of hope and despair. Of songs and silence. Sleepbringer found his way to a small cave just outside the town. It wasn't much, little more than an animal's den, unoccupied, but shelter enough for an Argonian on a Skyrim night. He gathered some wood for a small fire, and he took sup of the food that he'd brought. The light of the day, sourceless in the cloudy, snowy world, reached but a little into the cave, but the fire danced merrily, warmly. The snow played through the fire, and the fire danced in the snow. Neither seemed to mind the other, but only enhance each other's beauty. A cave in Skyrim. A night alone in the snow. A first adventure. And yet, Sleepbringer wasn't quite tired. So he reached into his bag, and he took out the first gift he'd ever been given in Skyrim. The book from Old Mother Khajiit. Inside, written on the front cover in beautiful script, were the words, "Sleep well, my Argonian, and dream Khajiit dreams." And so we come to the end of another Skyrim bedtime story. Sleep well, my friends. Relax. Enjoy the quiet of our wonderful world and the peace of a beautiful night in Skyrim.